called a Giraffe, which was just a name for, we give all our projects names, and it was just the name that this one got, and it stuck, so that's why we call it that for no other reason. But basically it takes all the frustrations that we have with the way that cities are made, which are very frustrating things. I'm sure you know, like all the problems that happen in cities and city designing seem to sort of sit around the way information is controlled and communicated. And we thought if we could fix that problem, we could basically fix city making, or at least dramatically improve it.
Hi, my name is Henk. I'm an associate professor at the University of New South Wales and the director of the computational design degree. I research a lot of different areas in the degree, from machine learning to artificial intelligence to robot fabrication to optimization, decision support, and I'm very keen to apply my skills into a practice context.
My name's Lucy. I'm an urban planner, and most of the projects that I do are related to transport and land use planning and trying to sort of shape a future city based on a piece of infrastructure.
And I'm Rob. I'm an architect at Cox, and I work, when I'm doing architecture, mainly on sort of competitions and early stage work, from anything from helping the urban planning team to sort of cultural facilities, theatres. But a lot of what I do at Cox is research, so building partnerships with the unis, with people like Hank, as well as researching fabrication with new ways of designing and fabricating buildings, essentially, and controlling data. So I am what is called a computational designer, and most of that research falls under that umbrella as well.
So I've been asked by Belinda and Martin to join the Bright resource team, so to support the team with ideas, with networks, of context. So I've been from the very, very early start involved in the Bright research team, and I think it's a fantastic idea. It is actually, when you understand it, very, very simple. The simple idea is that we all know somebody that would be useful to somebody else, and it's just tapping into that usefulness of knowing somebody. So I've got a few people I know, and you've got a few people I know, and if you people need somebody to know that I know, it's quite easy. So we all know architects, we don't know anybody else. But if we need, for example, in the case of Giraffe, somebody in marketing or finance, you just need to have one marketing person or one finance person, because they know all the other finance or marketing people as well.
A concrete example is marketing. That's something we don't know a lot about. The business would be suffering massively if we didn't have the ability to find those kind of resources. And of course you can go online and Google it and say, oh yeah,
or try and copy someone.
Yeah, or go, marketers in Sydney, like please, but you're really trying to you're shooting into the ocean and trying to hit, you just pure luck. Got to build the product, we got to find customers, we're an absolutely overstretched team. So to get that kind of surface area and knowledge is, it's invaluable.
I think the other thing is that, we kind of naively at the start were like, we can try and do a lot of it. We can do a lot of the marketing and come up with, nice brochures and pretty graphics and good messaging. And then you go and try and pitch to someone and talk about it, and they're like, what the hell are you on about? And you're like, oh, far out, I can't do this. And I think the best thing so far about Martin and Belinda is their honesty, and they've been very kind about it, but they're like, we know people. And so like Rob said, then they can find you someone who's way more appropriate than anyone we could probably source on our own. They're moving so fast that we can't keep up, and Rob's right, that is because we're part-time, but they've just got so many resources available and we don't know which one to start with.
I think the idea of the network, the community of interested people, and the sort of the connections to connections to connections scales really well anyway, and is immensely valuable. So just do more of what they're doing.
I think a lot of new developments lack a character and an aura. And that kind of aura and patina only comes with age, or if you know people a bit better, or if you know the story about certain kind of things. So if you just walk along there and you know certain kind of stories, you feel more familiar. So I think I see Darling Square now with different eyes as a next door neighbour that I would have been before I was involved with Bright.